So today we're going to check out 5 completely different knives of different price ranges, and we're going to start it off with the MATSEY Basilisk. So if you don't know what a basilisk is, that is a lizard that has, or at least the male version, has frills on the top of its head, spine, and on the top of its tail. It's also known as the Jesus lizard because it can run on water when it's scared. Actually, when it starts running, if they're getting up enough speed, they'll run on their hind legs across land too. I actually used to have one as a pet. So this is the Basilisk from MATSEY, and it is an M390 blade steel, titanium bolster lock. Very well done micarta, really good quality micarta. I bet this is USA micarta. And then I really like the pattern that they have on the clip and the pivot. It looks really good how it matches. You do have a titanium backspacer with the MATSEY symbol, and the clip is very, very well done. 2 forms of deployment, but I have to say, really good job the way they did this flipper. So it has really good jimping on it while being a very minimal flipper tab. So when you deploy it, which it rockets out when you do use it, lots of leverage on that flipper tab, you don't have a flipper tab poking out right here. So there's nothing stopping you from choking up, but you do have this little knuck area. So if you needed to poke into something and you didn't want to slip up the handle, you're not gonna. Lots of grip here, and you can get a full 4-finger grip back here, especially for a compact knife. Very, very smooth, but the flipper tab and landing zone for your finger, extremely well done, very well thought out and well executed. It is super duper snappy. Then you have the thumb studs, which are equally as good. Usually a knife has one form of deployment that's better than the other. In this case, both are really, really good. Very smooth, great detent, very snappy, decent access to the lock bar. You know, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's nice and comfortable. It's very easy to disengage. So yeah, this one's pretty cool. I'm not sure the OEM feeling it. It feels like Bestech. That's who I'm guessing it is, but I'm not 100%. All I could say is they did a good job on it. I do like the satin finish on the blade. It looks really good. Beautiful swedge. Nice sharp control and plunge grind. I really don't have any like significant negatives, you know. It is girthy in the hand, so that does allow you to really get a heavy duty grip on it. But yeah, all in all, really, really cool knife. The next one is the AM8 Gladiator. Now I gotta say, for what you're getting here, you're getting a lot for your money. I think it's around $150, $160, something like that. S90V, titanium frame lock, titanium mill pocket clip and backspacer, lots of milling on the inside, and this has an extremely smooth action with what I gotta say, MIGURON or AM8 does a really good job with their front flippers. They do the exact kind of jimping you want. They wrap the jimping up and around, and it's nice sharp jimping, very easy to use in all directions. Yeah, it's really, really good. Very comfortable in the hand. You can choke back, you know, behind this little guard right here. And because it's a front flipper, there's nothing stopping you, or there's nothing in the way from choking up. So there's no flipper in the way. Now there is a flipper version of this, but as far as the front flipper version goes, there's nothing in the way. Then again, you have equally as good thumb studs. This is damn near fall shut. Very, very smooth action. Great, great action all the way around. From the front flipper to the thumb studs, really good. This S90V sheep's foot or clip point blade is gonna be nice and versatile. So you can do the lighter duty tasks with it, or you can be a little bit heavier with it. The blade is not, or sorry, the tip is not gonna be fragile. You know, it's gonna cut really good. Nice sharp control and plunge grind. Yeah, they did a good job with this. The one little negative I could say is T6s. I'd rather see T8s, and I wish the clip was a little bit more deeper, but all in all, super duper solid knife. And for what you're getting, man, the S90V, this is a fantastic price. So let's get to the next one. Now the next one is an affordable knife made in Taiwan though. This is made in Taiwan, and it is an auto. This is a Justin Lundquist design, aluminum scales or aluminum handle with a sandwich construction, nice deep carry clip. It has some nice traction on the aluminum handle, and then you have an inset automatic button. We'll talk about that in a second. D2 steel with this clip point blade, which is going to be a very versatile blade. Whether you're going to use it for self-defense, or if you're going to use it for work, or just EDC, it's a fantastic blade shape and it should work just fine. Now, the button is inset all the way. So if it's in your pocket, there's no way you can accidentally fire this off. It will never accidentally deploy. I don't care how hard or what you're doing. But you have to intentionally, and when you intentionally push it, you find that button, push it in, it comes out with authority. It hits pretty hard. Listen to that. But I can still close it with one hand. Definitely has a strong spring, but I can still easily do it, which I do appreciate. Fantastic ergonomics, really, really comfortable in the hand. So for what you're getting, you know, I know a lot of people aren't going to be that most excited about D2, but one, and I can't speak to how the heat treatment is. I have no idea. I haven't tested it, but Taiwan usually does a pretty good job. So that's all I can say. And, you know, for the money, getting these materials made in Taiwan, I think it's really awesome, and it's very well done. So if you're looking for an out-the-side auto, this is a good one. And as long as that D2's done well, D2 is a phenomenal steel as long as it's done well. It's a great steel. My one negative, or actually two, I'm not a big fan of the T6s. Not that big of a deal. I do kind of like how they have this lanyard hole back there. It comes out the side. But my one negative is I wish they would have cut in a choil there or some sort of sharpening notch so that it was separated from the edge. Not that big of a deal. You could always do it yourself and you can see exactly where you can do it at. There's nothing in the way, but it's something I wish was done from the factory. But either way, rock solid lockup, very, very well done, very well executed, great design, and yeah, affordable. Next. Now, this is another MIGURON. Well, the first one was an AM8. This is a MIGURON, but I gotta say, I need to rave about this thing more because this is one of the best front flippers you can buy. It really is. This is a front flipper you can use in any way, shape, or form. It is so snappy, so useful. The detent is perfection. Now, it used to be an S90V dual ground blade, but now they're doing them an M390 with a single ground blade. Nice flat grind, beautiful crowned spine, fantastic texturing on the titanium frame lock. I love this milling pattern. It offers a tactile feel. Titanium mill pocket clip and backspacer. Heavy milling on the inside and actually has a really cool pattern on the inside of there. Good access to the lock bar. Fall shut action. Now, my satin finished one, my first one, what did come out of the box fall shutty. This one took about 50 to 100 flips before it really broke into this smooth. So it does break in nice and fast, but this one does come with a bead blasted finish instead of the satin. But they do perfect jimping on the front flipper. It wraps all the way around, and you have so much leverage into that front flipper that it's so snappy. Like, I can sit here and do this all day with no fatigue. Like, it's so good. And, you know, because it's so good, you can even flip it around and do one of these numbers. So, very comfortable in the hand, really good blade shape, and because of the tactile feel, even without a flipper tab in the way, stopping you from slipping up, you're not going to slip up. I could jam this right into a tree. I fear nothing about slipping up the blade because of how tactile feel it is, and it has this little bit of a ramp right there. Yeah, this is a great one. And, you know, I used to rave about it all the time, but, you know, I just haven't lately, and I don't know why. T8 hardware all the way around except for the steel lock bar insert, not a big deal. The clip is hidden with, or has a hidden screw. I think it goes all the way to here. I don't think it's just on the inside. Anyways, regardless, what a fantastic knife. Next and last is a made in Italy knife. This is a made in Italy. It's in Magna Cut steel with an integral aluminum karambit handle. So this is all one solid piece of aluminum. It is an aluminum frame lock. Big steel lock bar insert. It is, again, in MagnaCut steel, and it's an Ernie Emerson design. It has the Emerson wave, and what I really like about it is there's a lot of things going here. One, you can remove the flipper tab, so if you don't want the flipping action, you can remove that, and then it's just the reverse flicking action, which works very, very well. Now, you can do it in two positions. So one, you can do it like in the regular karambit grip, where you pull it out of your pocket, wave it open, spin it around, and get it in the karambit grip. Or you can do it the opposite way and flip it where you grab it with your pinky and pull it out in the forward grip, flip it around into the forward grip, which in many cases, it's how I prefer it. So I really like the shape of the hawkbill blade. Now, it didn't come with the sharpest edge, and most likely this is soft MagnaCut. However, seeing that it is a self-defense knife, this is not a knife you're going to be breaking down your cardboard with. This is not a work knife. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Of course, I always want it to be harder, but this is still going to take an extremely sharp edge, and the way the design is, it's almost like a beak and a claw mixed together. This thing, all you gotta do is touch something. If you touch something with this tip, it's going to draw it right into the edge. Now, if you watch this, I'm only going to touch this with the tip and then pull straight down. I'm not gonna pull forward, I'm just gonna go straight down. So I hit it with the tip, now I'm just gonna pull straight down. And you see how it pulls it into the blade? So all you gotta do is just tap something and yank, and it's gonna pull it into you, into the edge. So it is absolutely devastating if used the right way or the wrong way, depending on how you look at it. So the wave feature works really good. The handle is very ergonomic. It is very smooth. The karambit ring is nice and big. The hawkbill gives you a lot of reach. You have a ton of reach with this thing. Good access to the lock bar. It's a little bit slick on the lock bar, but it's still easy access. Fantastic action. Nice sharpening tool and plunge grind. A lot of great things about this knife. It is very, very well done. And like I said, it is made in Italy. Comes in different colors, and it's an integral. So to get all of that, not too shabby. And you can front flip it if you really want to. But anyways, as far as negatives go, the soft MagnaCut's pretty much all I can really talk about. Everything else, is pretty good. The lock bar's a little bit slippery, but it's awesome. It's still awesome. It's a great self-defense knife in the right hands, but do your training, learn how to use it, and practice, practice, practice. Work hard, stay tough. Society's relying on you. Until next time, peace.